great social studiers. I'm so happy you're back. Are you ready to talk more about responsibility? Yesterday, we saw that responsibility at home is doing things that we have to do. Things like following our house rules. But responsibility is also things that we can and should do. Things that spread kindness and when we have courage and tell the truth. Those are things that when we do them, we are really helping to take care of ourselves and the people around us. Being responsible is our contribution to the whole community. It makes our world a better place to live in when we're responsible. At home, adults have really important responsibilities like keeping us safe. They have to do big adult things like taxes and cleaning up the house and making sure we have food to eat. Those are responsibilities of adults at home. So we know that kids and adults have responsibility in places like home. But what about at school? What are some responsibilities that you know of in a school building? What are things that people have to do when it's their job to do it? And then what are some things that people are responsible for that just make the school a great place to be? Think about it for a minute. What are some responsibilities at school? Well, I'm a teacher, so let's talk about what adults are responsible for at school. As always, I'm going to write this down. Writing things down in school helps me learn, so I'm going to write it on our whiteboard. Adults. So, who are adults in our school? Well, there's people like me, a teacher. There are the principal and cafeteria workers, janitors, social workers. Oh my goodness, there are so many awesome people in our school building. And some of the responsibilities are their job, like doing adult things. Teaching, that's a big responsibility. And, keeping everyone safe. Safety, that's so important. There are things like paperwork, and cleaning. That's a big responsibility. The list could go on and on and on. Helping a school run well, that means making it a good place to be where we can really learn and have fun while we learn. It takes a lot of responsibility. There are things that the adults in school have to do. It's their job. Teachers, we need to teach. That means that we have to make lessons and think of fun, creative activities and games and ways that we can learn in our classroom. Principals help to keep our buildings so safe. They keep track of all of this paperwork, and there are so many people who keep our buildings so beautiful and clean. These are all things that they take care of ourselves and they take care of other people. When we're responsible, we create a place that is happy, a place that we want to be in. It makes everything run the way that it should. And you know what? There are ways you can be responsible at school too. Let's write them down. Some responsibilities that students have, well, you're responsible for learning. That's the first thing I'm going to write on our list. Learn. What do I mean? Well, responsibility is all about the things that we have to do and then the things that we can and should do. You get to be responsible for your own learning. When you follow the rules, when you spread kindness, when you listen, when you're honest, those are things that help you and help your brain to grow. You're the one who gets to decide if you're going to listen to your teacher when your teacher's talking. You're the one who gets to decide how you'll play with your friends at recess. You're the one who decides if you're going to participate in class. Are you going to do the activity? Are you going to fill out the worksheet? Will you do your best on your test? All of those things are up to you. You are responsible for doing them. Not anybody else. We get to help. We can show you kindness and lend a helping hand when you need it, but you're the one who gets to decide if you're going to give it your best shot, if you're going to listen, if you're going to pay attention. You are responsible for your own learning. You're also responsible for doing things that you really need to do in school, like following the rules. It's so important to follow rules because rules are the things that tell us what we should do. They're the things that keep things safe and fair. You are responsible for whether or not you follow the rules. Are you going to walk in the hallway? Will you whisper in the library? Are you going to raise your hand when you want to talk? Those are all decisions that you make in your head. You are in charge of those choices. You're responsible. It's up to you to take care of yourself, your learning, your safety, and also to be responsible to take care of your classmates and your teachers, to make sure that our school community is an awesome place to be. What else are you responsible at school for? Well, I know a big responsibility is being kind to our classmates and taking care of our classroom. So I'm going to put friendships. And I'm going to put classroom. Different relationships that we have are things that we're responsible for. We can be honest with our teachers and with our friends. That shows responsibility. We can have courage and stand up for what is right. If we see someone getting bullied or someone speaking unkindly, we can tell an adult right away. That's a responsibility that we have. You can also be responsible in the classroom by taking care of all of the supplies that our teachers give us. You can take really good care of markers, pencils, papers, your desk. Those are things that you are responsible for, making sure that they stay in really good shape so that others can enjoy them too. Sometimes in the classroom, you even have classroom jobs. Things like cleaning up and helping with calendar. There are so many different responsibilities that you can have in the classroom. And when you do that, you help to make a school a great place for yourself and for others. And that's what responsibility is all about. Being responsible is being in charge of ourselves, thinking and acting in ways that take care of who we are, show love to the people around us, and make our world a great place to live in. When you're responsible, you're making decisions, you're taking action, you're doing things that promote fairness and show courage and honesty and kindness. How are you going to be responsible today in school? When you go onto Google Classroom, you're going to see an assignment where you get to decide which option shows responsibility. You drag the circle over the one that you think shows someone having courage, showing kindness, being fair, being responsible, all of these things. It's so important to think about responsibility because it's something that we have to do every day. Second grade social studiers, I can't wait to talk with you more about responsibility in our community tomorrow. Have so much fun on Google Classroom, and I can't wait to see all of the ways that you're going to be responsible. Bye, second grade social studiers.